Madrid. Today's date is December 14th, 2019, and this week is week 7, and I am doing lab exercise 1, which is the Kirby Bauer diffusion testing. So for this experiment, what I'll be doing is I have the active microbe of the epidermidis, and I have my agar plate right here. We'll be doing the Kirby Bauer fusion testing, which is to test out this microbe with 3 antibiotics. I can see I have my agar plate already labeled. It's the penicillin, the gentamicin, and the novabicin. So those are the 3 antibiotics. I have all those here as well, but I'm just doing the first part of the experiment as of right now, which is to go ahead and transfer this active culture into my agar plate and spread it evenly throughout the agar plate. Okay, I'm actually gonna lift these. Actually, no, they're getting a little foggy. Sorry about that. So first I'm gonna do, get my active culture. This is the epidermidis. Go ahead, lip it through the fire just to sterilize it. I have my pipette filled with alcohol, and I'm gonna just shake it to get alcohol out. I'm gonna get about 0.5 mLs. It should be equivalent to about 8 drops. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do this right here. And I'm gonna lift my agar plate. And I'm gonna drop 8 drops right in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I'm gonna go ahead and set this down. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get my L-shaped spreader right here. And I'm gonna touch the long part of it, okay? So by me touching the long part only, keeps the bottom part still sterile, okay? And then I'm gonna go ahead and spread this evenly into the whole tube. So I'm just spreading the active culture, just an even layer around the whole agar plate. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and put this in my bleach as well. I'm gonna go ahead, cover it, and I'm gonna go ahead and flip this through the fire again to sterilize it. And I'm gonna cover it. So now that I have my active culture in the agar plate, I'm gonna go ahead and let it sit for about 1 hour to 2 hours to make sure the agar plate soaks up the active microbe. And I'll be back to show you the second part. Stacy Madrid. Today is December 14th, 2019. And then this is week 7, lab experiment 1. I am doing the second portion of the Kirby Bauer diffusion test. So I already dropped the active culture of S. epidermidis into my agar plate, and I let it spread evenly. It's been approximately about 1 hour to 2 hours, and it's already completely absorbed into the agar. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna transfer over my antibiotic discs of penicillin, novabicin, and gentamicin into the agar plates. I'm gonna do it aseptically, so I'm gonna get the tweezers. They're soaked in alcohol right now. I'm gonna shake them dry, get the antibiotic, and I'm gonna firmly push it into the corresponding side of the antibiotic, and I'm gonna firmly press down on it for it to latch onto the agar. And then after that, I will repeat the same steps for the novabicin and the gentamicin as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the tweezers. Pretty soaked. I'm gonna just shake dry. Open the penicillin. That's the first one I'm gonna do. And what I'm gonna do with the tweezer, I'm gonna go ahead and get it. And give me 1 second. There's the penicillin. I'm gonna go ahead and place it into the slide of the penicillin, and I'm gonna push it firmly down to the agar for it to take it in. Okay, I'm gonna close that. I'm gonna put this into the alcohol, wait 30 seconds, and I'm gonna repeat that same step for the Nova Bison and the gentamicin. And then once all my antibiotic are on the corresponding sides, like you could go ahead and kind of see the way the penicillin's right there. Once they're all to their sides, I'm gonna go ahead and incubate this for 12 hours and observe the results to see if there's any bacterial growth, to see whether it is resistant or does it inhibit any growth of the cell. My name is Stacy Madrid. Today's date is December 15, 2019, and I am doing the observations of for week 7, lab exercise 1 of the Kirby Bauer diffusion test. So I already went ahead and incubated my agar plate with the antibiotics and the epidermidis for 24 hours. And now I'm going to go ahead and observe the results. I did incubate for 12 hours and I noticed there was no growth, or there was very minimal. So I did the additional 12 and I could see a more significant amount of growth on them. You can't see them looking straight at them, but if you put them towards the light, you can kind of see. I'm not even sure if you can see them, but there is a zone of inhibition for each one. My hypothesis was that I believe Nova Bison and penicillin were going to inhibit the growth in comparison to gentamicin, and that was mainly because these were gram positive and these were gram negative. But my results did indicate that my Nova Bison antibiotic, it has a zone of inhibition of 15 millimeters. And then my penicillin has a zone of inhibition of 10 millimeters, and my gentamicin has of 10 millimeters as well. So the most effective was the Nova Bison out of all 3 antibiotics. So my hypothesis was partially right, not full on right. But I hope you could actually see them. This has a larger diameter with no bacterial growth, and then both of these have a smaller diameter and bacterial growth is more present. And those are my observations for this Kirby Bauer diffusion test. Thank you.